All right, and we are live once again, baby.
That's right.
This is Average Joe's podcast, folks, and
My name's Ty Stewart,
I'm Nick Westervelt.
and we're gonna break down the fight card for Saturday night,
Yeah, we're gonna be breaking down.
featuring
Sorry, ESPN 9, the fight
featuring
card,
Gilbert Burns versus Tyrone Woodley.
and cool. All right, first off, I just want to go over a little MMA news that's been popping off today, and let's kind of start on that. First off, we'll start with here. Covington leaves his camp, part ways with American Top Team.
Oh,
What
damn!
you think about that?
I did hear a little rumor about that. I don't know. Depends we haven't heard where he's gone to train now. I'm assuming.
He says he trains for himself and he needs no one.
And this is why I love this guy, man. He is a 100% showman. I'm not opposed to this. I do think it is important for fighters to change camps, especially if you feel like you're plateauing, if you don't really feel like you're evolving in the sport, if you don't feel like you're getting better. If you feel like you're beating the crap out of everybody in the gym and you're the best guy in there, it's definitely time to change gyms. Now, is that the truth? I don't know. Maybe he just had a kerfuffle with one of the coaches because he's a douche. But
well, I don't think it was with one of the coaches, bro. I think it was with everyone in the fucking place. I mean, he made fun of Amanda Nunes, made fun of Joanna Jędrzejczyk. What's her name? Joanna
Jędrzejczyk.
Yep. He made fun of fucking Masvidal. Him and Masvidal were supposedly boys and friends. Got in a huge scuffle with that dude.
But that's just for money. That's just like you get in a scuffle with that guy because you fight him, you're going to make millions of dollars.
Well, I mean, as Masvidal said earlier, you're not going to fight no girl, though. So what was the point of all that bullshit?
Again, headlines. It's just, from what I understand, Colby Covington is actually a very nice person. Just as a normal person walking around, he's a normal guy. But this persona that he's put on himself, that's what we all see. That's not actually who he is. And so I think this is just more, again, about the character he's playing. And he just wants to be in the headlines, which is smart because the more often we talk about him like we are right now, the more money he's going to make because more people are going to watch.
Okay, so you're on the fence of basically it wasn't about the fact that he shit talked everyone in the gym. He just needed to change the scene. Maybe that's what he needs to beat Usman.
Yeah, maybe it was like you said. It could be that the teammates don't like the way he's behaving, but honestly, I think it's the best thing for him to be this character. And, I honestly don't think as long as he picks a good camp, I don't think this will be a bad thing for him.
All right. We have a vacant bantamweight title, and we have a fight, folks. Jose Aldo versus Peter Yan.
Ooh, that'll be a good fight.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think so, too. We'll go into that later, obviously, folks. Right now, that's not really of importance to battle out. All right, and then we got, you and I spoke about this earlier a little bit. I hadn't read this, but Masvidal came out today and said he has signed on the line, and he said that it is Usman holding up the contract talks because Usman's asking a ridiculous amount of money for this fight. Masvidal, though, does say that he is ready to go for July, and he's ready to rock. He said it's basically all about dollars right now, and it's not on his part. It's on Usman's part. It sounds like the problem is, which is kind of the truth from what Masvidal said, which I feel is the truth. The draw here is Masvidal, not Usman.
I would agree with you. If it is about money and that Usman thinks he needs more money to do this fight, I think that's a little ridiculous. At the end of the day, it's like I really didn't even care for Usman until he won the title. That was finally when I recognized him as a high-level fighter. I really didn't know who he was that much. But Masvidal, it's like, say what you will, man. He gets the casual fan. He's going to get pay-per-view buys. He does deserve to get paid more.
Yeah, and that's what I think too. It's a funny thing, right? Like you have the champ who on paper should get paid more, but we both know that's not really the truth. I mean, Usman was kind of a no-one before all this really happened. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe not a nobody. Maybe that's a little far stretched, but
but definitely he was more for the hardcore fans. Knew who he was, knew that he was a beast, and knew that he could be a future champion. Where guys like at the time like us, I wasn't really paying attention to him. Honestly, it's because Tyrone Woodley was the champ. I really had kind of ignored and neglected the welterweight division. It kind of lost its luster for sure.
Yeah, exactly, and we'll get into that later, of course. But last and not least, Anderson Silva has called out Conor McGregor, baby.
For a catchweight super
For
fight.
a catchweight super fight. I'll start off with this one.
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say as the
Conor
Conor McGregor
McGregor
fan.
dick rider here. Let's all be real. Anderson Silva looked so slow that last fight. Conor's going to eat him the fuck up, dude. He's going to knock that poor old man out is what's going to happen.
You're fucking high. Put your pipe down. Like you told me, put your fucking pipe down. Get your shit together. You're talking about a man who fought at 205 pounds and demolished dudes. A 185-pound champion. This guy has only won one fight at 155 pounds, lost his fight to a 155er at 170. And you want me to tell me he's going to take on the greatest 185-pounder and one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters ever? Please put the pipe down for a minute and just think about it.
So size-wise, you just think Conor's got no chance?
Size-wise, and literally, Conor McGregor's biggest strength is that man's biggest strength. It's like, yes, I get that maybe he's slower, but you're talking about a dude. How tall is Anderson Silva? 6'2". Is he like 6'2"? And how tall is Conor McGregor? Like 5'10"?
Yeah, he's
5'11" on a good day. Like, come on, let's think about this for a second. And then you're talking about a Muay Thai clinch that is second to none. That guy will just. I hate to say it. I think he'd steamroll through. But this is, let's be realistic. That fight's never going to happen. If Dana White said Jorge Masvidal is too big for that guy, there's no way. There's no way he's letting that happen.
Yeah, there's no way that's ever going to happen. I know that too.
But great story.
All right, guys. So that's the news here for today. Those are the top things I saw. And pretty exciting stuff finally coming out of the UFC here. Hopefully we kind of start getting some better fight cards coming up. We'll jump into ESPN 9 here, Fight Night. I'll just kind of put it out there, though. These next two cards I'm not big, excited fans of. But, after doing some research on some of these fights, I got a little pumped. They look pretty good.
Yeah, there's two in my particular mind that I'm really looking forward to. I was actually pleasantly surprised once really digging in deeper into these people and these fighters, and how surprised I was. It's like, oh, man, these are some, really talented kids coming up.
Okay. Well, let's jump into it. Let's see here. First up, I know we have Mackenzie Dern versus Hannah. Was it Cyphers?
Cyphers. So it's Mackenzie Dern 7-1, Hannah Cyphers 10-4. They're both 27 years old. Now, I'm going to start off by breaking down Mackenzie Dern for you. She has just world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I could spend 10 minutes just listing down her accolades of which tournaments she's won, what medals she got. But, the important ones are she's a two-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion. She also placed in both those years bronze medal in the absolute division. So that means she's willing to take on bigger chicks. But watching her MMA tape was a little disappointing. I do notice that it seems to happen to, wrestlers, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys at some point in their career, they think they can strike. They think they can go toe-to-toe with people. She does have power in that overhand right. I forget who it was, but she did knock them down, and it ended in a rear naked choke. But if she chooses to stay up on her feet, just like in her last fight where she just got outclassed by Amanda Ribas, where that girl just lit her up on the feet and just stuffed every takedown and worked her. If she does that with Hannah Cyphers, she's not an elite striker. She's a good striker. Some things, she does stand a little square, making a takedown a little easier. But that's one of the things. Mackenzie Dern's takedowns, I was not really impressed by them, but I do have to think this is going to be a turnaround fight for her. I think after the loss to Ribas, that I think she must have gone back to camp, focused on some of her mistakes, and I do think she's going to go back to what her specialty is, which is her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And if she follows that game plan, it should be an easy win.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on this one. Obvious, I know. I think what happened with Mackenzie Dern, she left. She had a family a little bit. She had a kid. She came back. Maybe, some little ring rust was on her a little bit. And, she got outclassed, like you said. I agree with you, though. I think it's going to be a total turnaround fight for her, especially looking at, Cyphers. She hasn't really beat anyone that I would call honorary.
There's only that one, right? That big upset where she got that split decision win. One of those up and coming girls. I forgot her name right off the top of my head, but yeah. But you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look at that. I mean, Macy Barber wiped the floor with her. And
No,
then
didn't she beat Macy Barber? Isn't that the
no,
one I'm thinking of by
no,
split decision? No.
no,
Oh,
no,
she got
no.
wiped. Okay.
Yeah, she got wiped on that one. And then, Hill just beat her. So,
Oh,
and not
she.
only
It was
that,
one of those ones
knocked her
where
out.
she beat her at her game because, like I said, she's a good striker, not elite striker, and she fought someone who's a much better striker in Angela Hill.
Perfect. What are the odds on this fight time?
Well, as you can probably assume, Mackenzie Dern is a heavy favorite at minus 400. Hannah
Woo!
Cyphers is plus 300. Um, if you want to take a shot in the dark, I totally understand. She does have potential to win because, like I said, Mackenzie Dern has shown that she can get sucked into a stand-up fight and try to shoot for the takedown late. But like I said, I do think she's going to try to get back into the win column and focus on her strengths.
Perfect. All right. Next up, we got Roosevelt Roberts versus Brooke Weaver.
Yep. Roosevelt Roberts is 9-1. Brooke Weaver 15-4. Roberts is 26 years old, and Brooke Weaver is 28. You want to start us off with this one, Nick?
Yeah. I was a big Brooke Weaver fan in the Contender Series. Watched him fight that night. I thought he was going to be an up-and-coming star, and was pretty pumped on him up until that last fight. I mean, dude looked horrible in my opinion. I don't know if that was an off night for him, but from what I could see, he was not impressive at all in the main show. So I have to go with my instinct on that one. You know, maybe the dude will surprise me here, but I don't think so. I'm going to go with Roberts here. Just dude's got a lot more experience, I believe, in the UFC. Um, Definitely has beaten some, I mean, not high caliber people, but he's got some stats in the UFC, unlike Brooke Weaver here. So that's kind of where I'm going with that one. I got Roberts.
Yeah. Okay. So when I was watching the fight tapes on both these guys, Roberts 6'2", skinny, lanky guy, good at using his range. He likes to throw straight punches, very technical, picks you apart on the outside. He's got average takedown defense, probably better than average, but not great. He does have good submission defense and great. He does have some really solid top control when he is on top of you. He does struggle when guys do take him down. He is not really good at getting back up to his feet, sweeping guys. He just does tend to get stuck there on the bottom. Saying that, Brooke Weaver doesn't seem like the kind. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's going to take you down. He likes to box.
Yeah.
That fight you were talking about on the Ultimate Fighter, I was actually just watching that, and I wanted to pick Brooke Weaver to win this fight. I wanted to. That's who I want to win this fight. But having watched that and then finding out that the guy he was fighting probably had broken hands and didn't pull out of the fight because he did not throw any punches.
Yeah.
He literally was only going for takedowns and throwing elbows.
Wait, that was in the
And
ultimate. That was in the
that
Contender
was in the
Series?
Contender Series. They speculated that guy
Whoa.
had a broken hand. He didn't throw any punches in the second or the third round, only elbows.
Oh, I
And
never knew that.
he just barely beat the guy. It wasn't an impressive win. He beat
Yeah.
him.
Wow, I never knew that at all.
I know, right? But there is a chance for Brooke to win, and that is if he goes for takedowns. If he can get Roberts to the ground, control him there, I think he can win. He is the bigger, more physical. He's 6 feet tall to Roberts 6'2", so he's not like that much smaller than him. I don't see him doing that. I think he's going to get stuck into a boxing match, and Roberts is going to pick him apart from the outside. I agree with you on that. It's going to be Roberts, and those odds are, pardon me, they were right here. Where'd they go? Roberts, right here. Minus 350 for Roberts, plus 265 for Weaver.
Minus 350 on Roberts, huh? So he's a big favorite as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so those first two huge favorites, maybe those are worth a parlay together. Just an idea for you guys.
Yeah, wouldn't blame me if you want to put a small bet on both the underdogs and one of them hits. You get some money, plus money on both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But those aren't the guys we expect to win, obviously.
All right. Next up, sorry, my thing is loading here. I want to make sure I got this right for you
guys. I'll say this one. It's Billy Quintero, 13-2 versus Spike Carlyle, the Alpha Ginger, 9-1. Now this I have picked to be the fight of the night. I don't know about you. I think this is going to be an awesome fight.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Well, Billy here, I broke down his fights first, and I was super impressed. This guy is just aggressive, in your face, great cardio. He's just nonstop. He has 10 finishes, 4 submissions, 7 KOs. He's more of a kickboxer, Muay Thai kind of guy. He does have some power in his hands, and man, when he hurts you, he just wants to go for the finish. But it's a non-stop onslaught. Like if he smells blood in the water, he is going for it. He is not taking his foot off the gas, and he can go the whole 15 minutes at that pace. But then there's Spike Carlyle. What a fucking name. I just want to say that. He's 27 years old, 8 finishes, 3 submissions, 5 KOs, 1 decision. He's got big power. He's a judo black belt, Brazilian. He's a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he's only got 1 fight in the UFC, and he just has some nasty power.
Well, they both
And
only have 1 fight in the UFC, correct?
yeah, both 1 fight
Yeah.
in the UFC, but Billy does also have that one on the Contender Series, so I guess you could technically say 2 if you want to say
Okay.
that. But Spike likes the takedown, likes the ground and pound. He got that nasty power, but he's also a pressure fighter. He likes to step forward. He likes to push the pace, and it's going to be a game of will. I do think here, I really like Spike in this contest. I think he's going to take him down, and that is where I saw Billy's weakness in the Contender Series. He was not that strong off of his back. He did seem to struggle there, and it's hard to find any fights on this kid Spike. I had to go onto YouTube and find them, but
Yeah.
the kid is used to. He was actually a lightweight. They're fighting at featherweight. He's fought some really big dudes and beat the crap out of them. And I think he's got that it factor. Keep an eye on this kid, win or lose, because this is the short notice fight from what I understand for both these guys. Keep an eye on this Spike kid and this Billy Quarantillo. I think they're both special.
Yeah, well, after doing some reading myself here, Spike is up and coming, and that is kind of the guy the UFC is putting on a path to greatness. I mean, on top of that, I remember I saw this fight. I mean, this was just in February. I remember that. He fucked that guy up, Cruz.
Yeah.
I mean, really
Just
fucked him up.
hit him with those elbows. Nasty.
I mean, that was nasty as shit. I think we're going to see another taste of that. And if I saw correctly, Spike here is the underdog. Am I correct?
Yes, I did see that. He is a plus, I think, 120 to win this
plus
fight.
120. That's what I'm taking, guys. And I think that's my pick of the week here. I feel strong about that one, honestly. I like that. That's a good bet. There is some value there for sure.
Yeah, actually, it's a plus 105, and Billy Quarantillo is a minus 135. I'm with Nick. I was very much considering making this my lock of the week, but I feel very strongly that the Spike guy, And on top of that, gingers feel less pain. So,
Gingers feel less pain.
It's scientifically proven. It's actually true. They supposedly they have a higher pain tolerance than the average person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Next up, I'm going to let you do this one too, because these are hard names to pronounce. And I'm sure you have mastered pronouncing
Blagoy Ivanov and Augusto Sakai.
Right.
Blagoy Ivanov is 18-3-1. Augusto Sakai 14-1-1. Ivanov is 33 years old. Augusto is 29. And this is going to be a heavyweight bout.
Augusto is 29. The other guy is how old?
33.
33. Now, I remember this dude, this cat. If you remember it too, I remember we were singing our favorite watering hole down the street over here. And we had put some heavy money, if I remember, on the guy's name is, not that I shouldn't remember, on Tuivasa, if you remember that.
Tai Tui, oh, that's right.
And you and I sat there in horror and watched Tuivasa get his ass kicked for fucking 3 rounds.
It started off good. He looked good. And
strong.
Then this guy, Sakai, came in there and
if I remember this correctly, Tuivasa actually kind of knocked him down in the first round right away.
They rocked each other both throughout the fight.
Right.
But, yeah, I think he had won the first round, Tuivasa, and then Sakai just came back in the next 2 rounds and worked him over.
Yeah.
Especially in that 3rd round. That's right. Tai Tuivasa gassed out in that 3rd round, and he worked him in.
I might be a little worried here that this is one of those fighters that for some reason I just can't seem to pick right, whether I'm on the right side with him or the wrong side. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna go with here. I'm going with the other guy. I'm gonna go with Sakai. Um,
Sakai.
Reasoning just because looking at my, my reasoning is just this guy is kind of he is wishy washy if you go through his record book here. Um, beat Tuivasa no problem, and then Derek Lewis beat him up. I know it was a close decision, but Derek Lewis did win the fight. I know that. So for that reason, I think he's on the decline. Like you said, we're talking about heavyweights here. This guy's 33. Other guy's a little younger. He's 29. It's going to be a slugfest. I hate picking heavyweight fights. I really do. I know I've said this before. They could go either way so fast. But that's what I got. I got Sakai. What do you got?
Yeah. See, and I feel the same way. Like this is for me is a stay away fight. Vegas has it as a pick 'em. They're both minus 115. So this is, our feelings are correct. This could literally go either way. Ivanov, the only reason I'm actually going to pick Ivanov,
Okay.
I know he's a little bit older. He is a good counter striker, which is perfect because Sakai here likes to come forward. Ivanov's a good counter striker, likes to walk back. He is actually relatively quick and has power for what he looks like. It's surprising to me. Sakai likes to throw those big looping punches as he wades forward. He literally just is like, does this little like overhand left, straight right, over, hook left and hook right. This little 4-punch combo as he just marches forward at you. And I think Ivanov's going to do a good job of countering that with his little short hooks and moving to the side. He's also a master of sports in combat sambo. He's got some solid submissions, Americanas, and guillotines. He really likes that front head choke guillotine from the standing position. And just by the fact of he's really only lost to the cream of the crop at the heavyweights. He did lose to Volkov, Junior Dos Santos, and then sorry, you just said his name. My balls are hot, dude.
Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis. So even though Derek Lewis isn't the most elite, but he's still towards the top of the heavyweight division.
Yeah, no, I mean you are absolutely right on that. He has only lost to top guys. There's something to say for that for sure. Yeah. But like I said, I mean he's never
right.
For us.
Like I said, this is
really hit.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's a stay away. I'm staying away. I would not put any money on either of these guys. But if I have to pick, that's who I'm picking is Ivanov.
So it is an even straight pick 'em fight, minus 115.
They're both both minus money. If you really think one guy's going to be the other, I understand if you want to bet on it, but really I don't think there's any money to be made here.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think so either. All right. That brings us to our main event of the night, folks. It's going to be Tyron Woodley versus Gilbert Burns. This is I think this is going to come down to Woodley has to either pull the trigger this time and get it done, or he's literally looking at consequences of he's not going to be a top tier guy in the UFC anymore.
Right. And let me just really quickly for you guys at home, just to go over their stats and everything. Tyron Woodley, 24, 4-1. Gilbert Burns, 18-3. Burns is 33 years old. And then Woodley is an old ass 38.
Yeah. So, and that's where I'm going to go with this. Personally, I think Woodley's just too old, man. I think his time has come and gone. Definitely got rocked by Usman. For sure. Now we're going to see how that plays out in this fight. But you got an old man, just lost a fight, on the decline. You got Gilbert Burns, uprising, ready to rock. I got Gilbert Burns on this one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with Nick on this one. This is going to be my lock of the week or my best bet.
There you go.
At plus what he's plus 150.
Really?
And
okay. He's the underdog. He should be though.
Yeah, and Woodley is going to be a minus 185 here. Woodley tends to be a low volume striker. He likes to counter strike, sit back, throw that big power. I think it's a right hand. But that's the thing. That's about it. He's got a little bit of speed. He's Duke Rufus coached. And I would expect from Duke Rufus being your fucking striking coach that your striking would be a lot more diverse. You'd have a lot more weapons, but really he doesn't. He's a very basically simple boxer, simple counter striker. There's not a lot to him. Now, when I was before I started researching this, I thought Gilbert Burns was kind of that kind of guy who just wings his punches, just swings for the fences because he doesn't mind getting taken down. But then doing a little bit more background, he's Henry Hoof trained. That's one of the best Dutch kickboxers to live. All right, this guy, and then watching him, his style is perfect for Gilbert Burns. Power strikes, power kicks, and watching Burns, he executes things to perfection. When Henry Hoof tells him to do something, he does it. He's got good power in his hands. His kicks are solid. He can throw head kicks, leg kicks, body kicks. He does it all. On top of that, his cardio, we haven't seen him go 5 rounds, but he can do a solid 15 minutes. So that makes me think he should be fine if they go to the 25 minutes. And then on top of that, we've seen this fight twice, actually. We've seen 2 different versions of this fight. We've watched Damian Maia try to take Woodley to the ground, a takedown attempt after takedown attempt after takedown, all being stuffed. And I don't think it was because Maia wasn't doing the right things. He was. I think he's a very technical, great at what he's doing, but physically he's just not as gifted as Woodley. Woodley was younger, stronger, and was able to stuff it. Then we watched Usman do the takedowns. A lot stronger, younger, and he took him down easily. I think Burns doesn't need to try to take him down, but he has a lot better chance. He's kind of like that in between the two of them. So if he wants to take him down, I think sooner or later he will, but I do think he has a huge advantage on the feet as well in the striking department, and I think he's just going to work him, man. And sometimes, when you have a beatdown like Usman put on you, it's like, can you really come back from something like that? I don't think Woodley's going to be the same guy.
Well, can you come back at an older age is kind of the bigger thing. Yeah, I mean, not that there's a thing as MMA math here, as we've been reminded a few times of, but, Woodley took all the rounds to get through Maia, as you just said. Burns flew through that dude, knocked him out real quick. So that's a good, a little telltale sign there, in my opinion, of what we got. I think Woodley's, unfortunately, dude reigned for a long time. I was ecstatic when he lost. I mean, poor Woodley was making that division stale as fuck, honestly. We all hated it. No one wanted to watch that shit. It was boring as fuck, truthfully.
Yeah, he's just such a conservative fighter, such a conservative approach. It happens to a lot of champions, though, when they're on top. They kind of lose that killer instinct a lot of times, and Woodley definitely is one of those guys I don't think has it anymore.
And the dude trying to be a rap star and shit. I mean, pick what you.
Yeah, but he said he put that all on the back burner for this fight. So we'll see. But I just can't see him winning this fight.
I don't think so either. So we got Burns as Ty's pick of the week. So there you go, guys. Got a couple picks for you.
So amazing. I think
Ty and I pretty much agree on everything except the heavyweight
4
fight,
or 5,
which
was literally a coin toss flip.
That's a coin. Yeah. That's a flip 'em, guys. So I got some strong bets in for this week. I hope you guys too. Let's all make some money.
So if you hearing that we both agreed on these 2 fights, I would think maybe parlay Spike and Burns for plus money, man. Those are going to be some good picks.
Yeah,
right there. I do think both those guys are going to come out on top.
For sure. All right. Well, very good. Well, guys, thank you once again for joining us. Let's see here. We are on Wednesday here, Wednesday night. So this fight card is on Saturday. We'll try to crank you guys out a recap of this as soon as possible as we can. It might even come on Saturday night, honestly. We'll see how me and Ty are doing that night, if we got a couple of beers or not.
Yeah, I think we'll be pretty faded, so no promises.
No promises, but if we're not, we'll jump on here. We'll make a real quick recap for you guys. And then following that, guys, we'll be back at you real quick with, what is it, UFC 250. What is the card? I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know, but what is it here? UFC 250.
250. UFC 250.
Nunes versus Spencer.
So we'll have another pick out for you guys for that week. We'll go over that. We'll go over news again real quick. And, we'll try to crank that one out as soon as probably on Wednesday night as well. We'll probably do that one again on Wednesday for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. As my friend here says, please subscribe. We need to subscribe, guys. Let's
man. Like, comments. And like we said, if you ever just want to leave a comment on a fight you just want our opinions on, we'll be happy to answer them, maybe break them down a little bit for you in the comment section. I know our boy Peter Lyons always does. Look forward to talking to you again, brother.
Yeah, and hey, you know, you guys too. If you disagree too, by all means, put it in the comments. We'll all talk about it
Yeah,
next show.
roast us. We don't mind.
Roast us. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Good night. We'll be back at you soon.
Peace.
Peace.